Okay, well, if I'm calling this a vlog, welcome to episode 2. This time I figured maybe I would work on a project while, I guess, talking to you. So what I'm going to be working on is just cleaning this set of Jayco pads. If you saw my video recently about fixing roller buckles, this is the set of pads I was doing that for, and it was the toe buckles that I was working on. I don't really want to make this video about these pads, but I'll talk a little bit about what I'm working on, what I'm doing with them right now, so you have an idea. Bear with me on this. I'm doing this over on the workstation desk, mobile workbench, and my tripod, it's not a tripod, it's a gooseneck that comes up off of a clamp, is a little bit wobbly. Instead of the studio mic, I'm using the wireless this time. And yeah, anyway, so these pads, these are a light colored leather, and normally I would, well, in this particular case, they're like in really good shape. The leather's not dried out or anything like that. So normally I would be using just a wipe down on them, the Lexol cleaner and then conditioner. But I noticed on these ones they had some kind of like, not stain, but little spots, little dark spots, like something splattered on them at some point in life, and the Lexol cleaner just wasn't cutting it, wasn't getting that off, and I wasn't sure if it would come off, so I spot tested one little area on the other pod with my 5-Inks saddle soap, glycerin based saddle soap, and that seems to have taken the little spots off. So I'm just giving this one here a wipe down with it, just kind of a wiping motion. When I get to the little spots, I give it a little bit of back and forth, but using a super soft cloth, no scrubbing or anything, not trying to scrape the surface of the leather or whatever. And once I'm done with that, the wipe down on these, then I'm going to start putting the straps back on. I don't know, maybe during this video, maybe not. It has been a crazy week here. I have received several packages. This is, I guess, crazy week and a half. This is one of the packages that I received. A set of gloves, which you may be able to see in this video. I did a little bit of work on. I'm fairly happy with it, but I made one mistake that I'm not happy with. It's pretty visible, and I'm sure many people will notice. People that know what this stuff is and what it should look like. And another glove, catch glove, come. I started work on that, and I think I've just been pushing myself on projects lately so much, trying to get stuff done, that I also made a mistake on that one that's going to cause me to redo most of the work I had to do that I did already. I'll show that one off when the time comes. I started playing around with it to see if there's a way I can not start from scratch on that project. I do have I have a box here I haven't even opened yet. It's a couple sets of Cooper pants. I have another catch glove. I think that shipped out today or tomorrow. It ships out. A little accessory toolkit on the way, Cooper original, and another set of gloves that are currently lost by Canada Post. So the seller started a claim today. Really hoping that those are found and maybe just got missed in some scans on the shipping system, but right now I'm not holding out a whole lot of hope, because after that seller shipped those to me, I bought more stuff from him, and that stuff arrived already, and that was shipped out a couple of days later. The first package, the package that's missing, it has never updated since received by the local post office by him. No more scans. So I just noticed there's one little tiny skate cut right here I'm going to end up having to repair. It's just a small cut. It'll be an easy fix. These need a full general wipe down too. The calf and knee guards are a little bit dirty. Yeah, so essentially that's my last week or so in a nutshell. I'll grab a tool and I'll be back. Loving the handy dandy magnet on this workbench I made. Alright, so in my maybe I didn't show it. I did oil all my straps a couple days ago. Oh, I know. I showed you guys, I did a video about numbering the straps as I remove them from the pad so that I can put them back in the right order. The toe straps also needed some attention with oil, so I'll put them back on the buckles. And yeah, again, I was going to do this not as a project video. Don't want to just talk about what I'm working on. Still not back to playing. That toe buckle is missing the prong, which I don't recall it missing. I'm nearly 1,000% positive it wasn't missing, which means it may have fallen off and is on the floor or something. So maybe we're not going to finish this today until I find, I guess you call it a prong, right? That's the little pokey thing in a buckle. So I guess technically I did do a little bit of show and tell. I said I might do some show and tell on these because I showed you a little bit about these and I told you what I'm doing with them, right? So that's a little bit of show and tell. Gave you some updates as to new stuff that's come into the collection. A little bit of updates there. And not back to playing hockey yet. I was actually going to sign up for a sort of local 50 and over league. And with the holiday weekend and being busy, I completely forgot to register. So now I just need to remember to reach out and see if I can still register. Hey, one other thing I've done, I'm going to have to skip those toe buckles for now because I have to find that little piece. I'm sure it's down here or I just swept. So, yeah, my cable internet's been giving me problems. There was a service tech out today and I thought he's probably going to need to come down here because it comes through the wall over in the corner by my sewing machine. So I cleaned up a little bit and I swept. Thankfully, it's a brand new garbage bag over there that I put the collection into. So I'm going to have to find that before I can finish this part of that part of the project. I do want to double check something though. I want to find, I numbered these all 3, 4, 2. So there's all from one side, 2, 3, and 4. There's the number 1. So when I did this video, I mentioned that theoretically these should all be the same length of strap. So let's hold them all at nearly identical heights. Yep, in this case they are all pretty much identical. So wasn't as important to number them, but I tell you, I've had plenty of Coopers over the years that it hasn't been so easy. I've put them back and they've been in the wrong order, and you can tell when you go to put it on and you've got like a calf, like a lower calf strap that's like a mile too long and a higher strap that's dramatically too short. But anyway, if you didn't see before, I've done a video on how to make a strap puller, and this is a great time for this to go into use. So I made my strap puller a while back. This is strap number 1 for this pad. Just got to start it on the correct side of the pad. Oh, I can't do this yet. I'm skipping around. This is me doing a project while I'm trying to talk to people. I need the correct rag here that fell, and you guys are crooked. Hold on. Maybe not so crooked now. Another soft microfiber cloth, and I'm just gonna use the Lexol conditioner on these. I am not going to neat's foot these because they don't seem to need that level of intensity right now. I usually, when I do this, put it on kind of thick because I just use the saddle soap on it, and the saddle soap does a great job of cleaning. This will add a good layer of moisture to the leather, and it smells so good. If you've never done this stuff before, the neat's foot oil, like that I used on all these straps, does wonders for your skin. When you're all done, your skin is really moist, really soft, a bit oily, but hey, it's the price you pay. Anyway, I don't know if this is going to make for a good video content, and I guess it'll depend on what everybody has to say about these type of videos in the comments, because I can't come up with a whole lot on my own anymore. But I figured on this one, if I'm talking to you while I'm working on a project, you at least get to see a little bit of gear. Maybe I talk about it a little bit. And hey, let me tell you one thing I will do. I will drop down in the comment or in the video description here, I'll drop a link to an article that a fellow collector and all-around good guy did for a website. It's all in French Canadian, or French, I don't know, is French Canadian a thing? So I have to use Google Translate, but I'll put both links in the description there. And what it is it's an article about Stri goalie gear. So he did a bunch of research and did kind of a summary article of the company. And the reason I bring that up, even though I'm working on Jayco pads, is that Stri was the manufacturer for Jayco pads. These even have a little label on them that says made by Stri Manufacturing. And so you may want to, and you'll always see some features between Stri and maybe one or two other brands that Stri built. You'll see some features shared between them. Oh, this is coming out nice. I'm pretty happy with using the saddle soap. It really got rid of the little spots that were on it. This looks a little dark up at the top right now, maybe not so much on camera, but that's not a concern. Once this absorbs and dries, it'll lighten back up. But it's also not nearly as dark as what my the neat's foot oil and stuff I have would do to it. Plus, we just haven't had any good, not when I've been available, we haven't had any good hot sunny days. And when I do the neat's foot and mink oil on like my Cooper pads and stuff, I like to do that out in a nice hot sunny day. It really causes the fiber of the leather to absorb those oils quickly and smooth and evenly. Yeah, I don't think I want to make this a super long video, so you may not see the end of this project. I do want to get these conditioned though. This stuff here, this Lexol cleaner and conditioner, this is the product I use on gloves. I don't typically do any neat's foot on gloves or mink oil because that leaves them really oily feeling, and it's usually not necessary. The Lexol cleaner and then conditioner do a great job on gloves. So again, technically, I don't know if this is a vlog. I'm not really discussing anything in particular. It's not event based. Maybe it's a vlog. I don't know. If you know, drop a comment down below and let me know. This is more of a like impromptu recording of me doing something, sitting in my basement, talking to myself while looking at myself in a camera view. And I don't truly know if anybody cares, if this is of interest to anyone. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little more on these pods. They are deer hair stuffed. They are pretty darn heavy, but they are beautiful. They're a light color. And I suppose I could show you. I have a set of gloves that I'm looking forward to pairing up with those. And even though not all the details are correct, I may wear a Hamilton Mustangs jersey with this set. Had to do a bunch of repairs on this blocker, and I'll show you I'm pretty proud of. I have some close-up photos. I'll probably do a little video about this, but this whole pinky tab was removed from the nylon bottom of the blocker here. So in the where the stitching had been was pretty brittle, and what I did was on the inside I glued in a reinforcement double layer of nylon, and then hand sewed this back on with needle and thread from the inside of the blocker. You know, I had the boards removed from the inside and used the same holes that were already on this little leather patch here, so that I didn't have to make new holes in this leather, which would weaken the leather even more. I was pretty happy with that. I do a little bit of repairing on the thumb tip here, which I did with CA glue. A terrible patch job here, but there was a hole here, and I couldn't just patch on the inside. So I patched and sewed the index finger tab back onto that. Not as happy with that repair. New lace, repaired the corners with reinforcement on the inside, and an overall clean and condition. Pretty cool blocker though. That's the Professional MGB1R. GB goalie blocker 1 is the model number, I think, and R is right hand, not full right hand. I think I'm just going to call this episode. I'm going to like let these sit for a little bit and absorb some of this Lexol conditioner. I'm going to have to fix and take a look at that skate cut on the other pad. I have to find the prong for my toe buckle and then kind of reassemble them all, and that's going to take a while. Nobody wants to sit here and listen to me mumble about nothingness, basically, but figure there's a little update. You'll see some new stuff in the near future. Hopefully my missing set of gloves arrives unscathed. Hopefully I get my other catch glove repair done, because it's a beautiful glove. Had one big problem to it. That CCM trapper there had a big problem that I basically just modified the glove backwards one level. Anyway, yeah, if you watch this, thanks for bearing with the whole thing, and drop some comments down below. I know the last video some people left some comments and had a couple of good points on some things I should touch on, and I'm just now realizing I didn't, and I will, if there's an episode 3, then I will try to topics that were brought up in the comments previously. So anyway, thanks for watching.